Welcome, Chadsford students and staff. Welcome to CFES News. My name is Andrew. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Broadcast Cal here with the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone stand up and say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice job, everyone. Now get out there and explore, discover, and create. Broadcast Cal out.
Today is Thursday, February 3rd. It is B-Day of the letter-day cycle. Fun fact, did you know that ears and noses never stop growing? Bones stop growing after puberty, and muscles and fat cells also stop dividing. But cartilage, that's the plastic-like stuff in your ears and nose, cartilage continues to grow until the day you die. Not only does cartilage grow, but then the earlobes engate from gravity, and that makes the ears look bigger. Upcoming events. Here's a few special announcements.
Good morning, boys and girls. It's so nice to see our Chargers ready to learn and ready for the day. I wanted to chat with you for a few minutes about breakfast in the morning in the cafeteria. So part of breakfast in the morning cafeteria is to get your day started in a healthy way. And when you come into school, the first thing you should do is go to your homeroom classroom and let your teacher know that you're present, you're here, you're safe. And then let them know that you're going to go down and have breakfast in the cafeteria. When you go down for breakfast in the cafeteria, you go through the line and you are required to get at least one fruit as a part of your breakfast. So even if you don't love the fruit, you have to take the fruit and maybe you'll take a bite of it, maybe not, and then you can eat the rest of your breakfast and enjoy. While you're in the cafeteria, you should be mindful of cleaning up your area, making sure, just like at your house, that you clean up after yourself so that we can have a clean, safe environment in our cafeteria. And then you should be mindful of the time. All breakfast ends at 9:20. So you should be wrapping up and finishing your breakfast at 9:20. At 9:20, you will be asked to go back to class and you may not take food back into your classroom to finish eating into the class. So again, boys and girls, I know that you enjoy the time in the cafeteria for breakfast. We love having you for breakfast. Just make sure that we follow those rules where we check in with the classroom teacher first. You let them know you're here. Go to the cafeteria, make sure you take your fruit as a part of your breakfast. Sit down, enjoy your breakfast, clean up after yourself, and head back to class by 9:20 with no additional food leaving the cafeteria. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Charger day and enjoy the rest of the week.
Hi, Chadsford. My name is Jenna.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Liliana.
We are here today to tell you about an exciting event we are going to begin here at Chadsford Elementary in February.
Remember our sister school, Mitchell Elementary? They need our help, like many schools in Philadelphia. Mitchell is having a hard time finding people to deliver food to their school.
Without these deliveries, sometimes our friends don't have breakfast or lunch available. Can you imagine?
This is where we can help. We are going to have a snack drive in February to collect healthy foods to send to our friends at Mitchell.
With your support, we can make sure there are healthy snacks available to our Mitchell friends each day.
Start stocking up on those extra snacks now. More information will be coming soon.
Let's see what the weather looks like today. Will, how's it looking outside?
Hello everyone and welcome to the weather. Today we have mostly cloudy skies with a chance of rain. Expect a high of 51 and a low of 44 overnight. Back to you, Andrew.
Birthdays today. Happy birthday, everyone. Sports update. Winter Olympics begins tomorrow. The Rams and Bengals are our two Super Bowl teams this year. Who do you think's going to win? Since there's not much going on tonight in sports, here's a new episode of The Hot Seat. Enjoy!
Welcome to The Hot Seat. I'm your host, Sylvia, and today with me we have Mrs. Clark. Are you nervous?
I've been a little warm all day thinking about the hot seat in anticipation of today, but I'm happy to be here.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am just here at Chadsford, just past my 2-year anniversary in December, and I'm so excited to be a part of our school community. And I live nearby. I have a son who is 8 years old, and we've been married, my husband and I, for going on 19 years this March.
What grade do you teach and how long have you been teaching?
When I was first starting off teaching, my first year I was in first grade. And then I moved to second grade for 17 years. And then after that, I was a 1-year instructional coach at all the elementary school buildings. There were 4 buildings that I worked at. And then for a few short months, I was a dean of students at the middle school until I came here to Chadds Ford Elementary. So all in all, I'm about 22 and a half years in education.
Thank you. Now let's get started.
Whew. Okay, I thought that was hard. I guess this is the easy part, maybe.
I will be asking you 10 rapid questions. And the only rule is that you must answer all the questions truthfully and honestly. Let's begin.
Okay.
Have you ever been to the principal's?
Have I ever been to the principal's office? Oh, I'm there every single day. No, for real. When I was a kid, have I ever been to the principal's office? So as a high schooler, I had the privilege of working in the principal's office. Instead of like study hall, you could do like around the school work jobs. And one of my jobs was actually working in the principal's office. So I did spend a lot of time in there, kind of just back in the day, you used to file a lot of papers. They didn't have as many computer files. So that was fun. Have I ever been to the principal's office for being in trouble? I can't recall, but I have terrible long-term memory. So I'm just going to say if it was something bad, I probably blocked it out.
What did you do before principal?
So I was a teacher, an instructional coach. In high school, I worked babysitting and did lots of odds and end things. Played a lot of sports.
Do you have any pets?
No, not yet. But my son Gavin would love for us to have a pet. There is not a day that goes by that he doesn't ask for a pet. This past week, it's been an iguana. The couple weeks before that, it was a dog, a cat, a fish. So I think he's breaking us down a little bit. We might be getting a pet in the near future.
Are you more of a dog person or a cat person?
A dog or a cat person? I would say probably more of a medium-sized dog person. I don't love the big dogs that have the sharp barring teeth, and their bark gets me a little nervous. And the little dogs are a little kind of yappy, so I would like a mid-sized, maybe playful dog.
What is the worst job you've ever had?
Worst job I've ever had? I don't know that there's been a worse job, because I feel like every job I went into, I really made sure it was something I wanted to do so I could get my full effort. But a job I didn't love as much and maybe didn't stay there as long is in high school, I babysat a lot, and I didn't love changing dirty diapers or cleaning up vomit. So that wasn't always fun, but I did love babysitting. What else did I do? I used to work at the Mendenhall Inn, not too far away from here, on weekends with my aunt. She was the head of the housekeeping department, and sometimes it wasn't so much fun cleaning up really messy rooms, but I still like to be around a lot of people.
What is one thing that you deeply regret?
Something I deeply regret. I try to live in a mindset where things happen for a reason. So I don't necessarily regret anything. I probably feel like I've learned a lot from my experiences. So something I've learned a lot from is value and just be in the moment and spend the time loving what you're doing in that moment. So I lost my dad of colon cancer when I was 19. And I wish I would have just spent a lot of extra time with him, but I didn't know it then. So I would just say live in the moment and be appreciative of every chance you have.
What is your go-to pizza order?
Oh, go-to pizza order. Oh, I love Massimo's Pizza in Boost Corner. So if anybody knows that spot, it's one of my favorite places to get pizza from. We always do a half and half. So half usually is plain, and the other half I do broccoli, pesto, white ricotta cheese, and I think that's all that's on there.
What are some of your nicknames, and which is your favorite?
Nicknames, oh boy. In high school I got called Danny a lot, D, Clarky. Those are probably the 3 most popular ones. Which one's my favorite? Probably Danny, D or Danny. My brother's name is also Dan. So it would be funny when friends would come over and be like, hey, Dan, and we would both turn. So that was probably the most popular one.
When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, that's a good question. I always know I wanted to do something in education because at a young age I remember like playing teacher and babysitting and doing things like that. But I would say like for a little part I remember wanting to be a airline attendant, like a stewardess or a steward. That was like something I kind of dreamed of a little bit, but I'm glad I am where I am. So.
Knowing what you do now, what advice would you give yourself in 5 years ago?
What I know now, 5 years ago. Well, 5 years ago, you may not know this. My husband and I adopted our son Gavin. So what advice would I give myself 5 years ago is be ready for anything and everything. We probably weren't quite prepared for a 2.5-year-old like we thought we were. But I would definitely say, looking back now from 5 years ago, if I could say just remain calm and smile and live in the moment each day, I think we would remember that.
It has been a pleasure interviewing you on this hot seat.
Whew. Okay.
Who do you nominate to join us next time?
Oh boy, there's so many people I think we would love to hear more and learn about each day here at Chadds Ford. This is a tricky one. I'm torn between 3. Maybe Sylvia can help me out. I know Mr. McGarvey here behind the scenes probably deserves to be in the hot seat. Mrs. Hocking, the school nurse, or Mrs. Sowden. Do you have a preference there you can help me out with? No? All right. I want to go with Mrs. Hocking, the school nurse, because I feel like everybody gets a chance to see her at least one time either at school throughout the year. So. All right. Well, thanks, Sylvia. This was a lot of fun. It wasn't too bad. I was nervous after hearing some of the other questions the teachers went through. I think you took it easy on me, so thanks. It was a lot of fun.
That wraps up today's news from everyone here in the Media Lounge. Thanks for watching CFES News. Have a great day.